You know that feeling, right? That little jolt when you try to log into Reddit and bam, you're locked out. Your account's been suspended. It is a uniquely stressful moment for sure. But hey, don't panic. In this explainer, we're going to walk through the exact steps to figure out what's wrong and get you back in the game.
Yep, there it is, the giant red banner of doom. Your heart just sinks into your stomach. I totally get it. But honestly, the most important thing you can do right now is just take a breath and not panic. There's a clear, step-by-step way to figure this out, and believe it or not, in most cases, get your account back.
Okay, first things first. Before you start firing off angry emails, you have to play detective for a minute. You've got to diagnose the problem correctly. See, not every lockdown is a permanent ban, and the fix depends entirely on what kind of trouble your account is actually in.
Now, this is the first and most critical fork in the road. You need to know if you're dealing with a community ban or a site-wide ban. Think of it this way. A community ban is like getting kicked out of a single coffee shop. It's handled by the local managers, the subreddit mods, and you talk to them directly. A site-wide ban, though, that's from Reddit corporate. It means you're banned from every coffee shop in the country, and you have to go through a much more formal process. Knowing which one it is changes everything.
Okay, what if you see that your account is locked? Well, you can actually breathe a sigh of relief. This is not a punishment. It's actually Reddit's security system doing its job, basically tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, we saw something weird and we're protecting your account from a possible hacker. The fix is almost always just a simple password reset. It's a safety check, not a strike against you.
Another super common one is getting flagged for spam. This is usually just an automated system, a bot, that saw you doing something it thought was, well, bot-like. Maybe you posted the same link a few too many times, or you were commenting way too fast. The system's alarm bells went off. So in your appeal, your entire job is just to prove you're a human who maybe got a little overzealous.
All right, let's get into the worst case scenario. It is a full site-wide ban. This is where your appeal strategy is absolutely crucial. The best way forward is to be calm, be factual, and be professional. So let's build your case together.
This little phrase right here, it's magic. Seriously, starting your appeal with this sets the perfect tone. It's not angry, it's not demanding, it respectfully opens a conversation and frames the whole thing as a possible misunderstanding. It immediately tells the admin reading your case, hey, I'm a reasonable person, which is exactly what you want.
So here's the game plan. First, always use the official appeal link they give you in the ban message. No shortcuts. Second, make their job easy. Give them direct links to the exact comment or post they're talking about. Third, just state the facts of what happened. And if you realize you messed up and already deleted the content, tell them. That shows you get it. And last, I cannot stress this enough. Be professional and submit only one ticket. Spamming them is the fastest way to get your appeal ignored. Okay, you've sent your appeal off into the void. Now what? Well, while you wait, let's talk about making sure you never end up in this situation ever again. It really just boils down to two things: knowing the rules and locking down your account security. Think of this as your most wanted list of things not to do. Some are obvious, right? Harassment, hate speech, no-brainers. But the ones that trip a lot of people up are the more technical ones, like vote manipulation or ban evasion. And here's a golden rule for all of Reddit, always. Before you post in a new subreddit, take 30 seconds to read their local rules. It'll save you so much trouble. You know, sometimes getting your account suspended has nothing to do with something you did, but something a hacker did with your account. The single most powerful thing you can do to prevent this is to enable two-factor authentication right now. And as the source material points out, please use an authenticator app, not SMS text messages. It is so much more secure. Okay, let's shift gears and get into a more advanced topic. This one's for all you power users, community managers, and marketers out there. The big one. How in the world do you handle multiple accounts without getting yourself banned?
So let's just ask the question straight up. Can you even have more than one Reddit account? Is that allowed?
And the answer is yes. Absolutely, you can. But, and you knew there was a but, right? This is a massive but. There are very strict rules you have to follow, and pretty much all of them are about making sure you don't use your accounts to cheat the system.
Here's the fundamental rule. The only thing you really need to remember: total separation. Your accounts must live in completely different worlds. They can never know each other exist. So yeah, you can have your personal account for your hobbies and a work account for your brand. But if you upvote your work post with your personal account, that's vote manipulation. That's a huge red flag. Separation is the name of the game.
So, how do you actually guarantee this separation on a technical level? Well, the fancy term you need to know is session isolation.
but all it really means is creating a clean digital bubble for each account. It's like putting each one in its own soundproofed room in your browser, so there's zero chance of cookies or login info bleeding from one to the other.
Now, to achieve that, you could try juggling a bunch of different browsers and private windows, or, as the source material suggests, you can use specialized tools built for exactly this. They point to cloud browsers like Sendwin, which are designed from the ground up to handle this kind of thing.
And when you look at what a tool like this actually does, it all makes perfect sense. Zero cookie collision. That's just a techie way of saying your accounts stay in their separate rooms. One-click switching just makes your life easier. And for teams, being able to share access to an account without ever sharing the actual password, that's a massive security win.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's bring it all home. Let's distill everything we've talked about into a final, super simple checklist to make sure your Reddit presence is built to last.
Let's just put it all together. It's an if-then plan. If you're banned site-wide, your first move is to submit one clear, factual appeal. If you're locked for security, you reset that password and turn on 2FA immediately. And if you're managing multiple accounts, the keyword is isolation. Isolation, isolation. That's your playbook.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Now that you know the rules, the appeals process, and the security risks, take a hard look at your own Reddit accounts. Is your presence built on a solid foundation? Is it truly built to last? That's all for this explainer.